So I am working on the tree in my girls' bedroom. If you haven't been following along, I am redoing my girls' bedrooms as forest fairy themed. So I'm working on this tree right here. I'm using my teacher skills and my use of butcher paper to make it. So I'm gonna kind of walk you through what I've got done so far. Okay, so here is the butcher paper. It's bulletin board paper from Hobby Lobby. It is what? $13.99 a roll. So far I've used one roll to do this much. I'm not planning on making the other tree as big, so I don't think I'll need another full 2 rolls, but I went ahead and got 2 rolls just in case. All right, so the actual trees themselves I had from a garage. I got from a garage sale forever ago, but they're just like plastic. Eventually, they used to light up. They don't light up anymore, unfortunately. But I put a piece of, I think it's actually a table runner, but it looks like moss. What is that? That I put in the bottom, and then I got some just cheap plastic pots. So I just put it in the pot so that it looked like it was kind of like a potted plant, so it had somewhere to start from. I put some rocks down the bottom so it's a little more stable. When it comes to the actual vines or branches, I use the butcher paper, and I'll show you here in a minute, but just twisting it into long pieces, and then I kind of did different length pieces, kind of like what you would see in an actual branch. As you can tell, I kind of used the branches of this tree to wrap around it. I may go back and kind of fill in some of this part right here, but I think once I get all of the leaves and the flowers on, I don't think it'll matter much. As you can see, there's like some of this detailing on the birch tree of the little gray marks. So I have a couple of paint markers, a dark and a lighter gray, that I used. So once I actually made the branch by twisting the paper, I just kind of haphazardly used both markers at the same time and used marked on each branch just to give it a little bit of detail so it looks a little bit more like the birch would. All right, so I got my butcher paper. I don't have a very professional camera set up. It's just propped up against something on a nightstand, but just kind of haphazardly start. I usually start at like a corner so that the end has a little bit more of a narrow point, and then I just start twisting it. And twisting. This part can be kind of tedious, so. And if you need to go back and twist more, sometimes it'll kind of untwist itself, but that's okay. So whenever I get to the end of about how long I want it, you can just tear it or cut through. Either way is fine. You're going to be making it all crunched up anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, so now I have my branch. Kind of looks like a big tentacle. Any place that it may have come loose a little bit, I can go back and give it a good twist. Once you secure it to the ceiling, a lot of times it'll hold it to where it doesn't start to unravel on you. But now I just got my 2 paint markers. It occurred to me after doing several branches that I could totally hold both of these at one time, and it made the process way, way faster. So I've got my dark and my light, and I'm just gonna kind of go all around and add the marks. Realize that birch trees don't have pink dangly flowers. You know, this is an enchanted forest, and we can make our enchanted forest look however we want. So, you know, our birch tree is going to have really pretty pink and white dangly flowers. Looks like birch. Kind of. Use your imagination. I did a similar little tree in my classroom with brown butcher paper and then like some green leaf, kind of like willow leaves, and it was really, really cool. Eventually I might add some like fairy lights to this tree, but probably not right this second. Fairy lights are expensive. I don't know why. Okay, so I got my birch branch. I've added my little detail, and now it's time to put it on the wall / ceiling. I got my super tall ladder. It's just me and the girls here, so if I fall off, somebody call 911. So far they've held pretty good. I've put like a couple of push pins at each spot that I'm securing. Knock on wood, they stay up. Here's our added branch. I might go through and kind of retwist some of this just a little bit, but to secure it, all I did was I used the branches that this tree already had and just kind of wrapped it around. And then, you know, I need it to come up over the door frame here and use those push pins. I try to give it somewhat of a natural looking shape to it. And that's pretty much it. So now I just need to make a whole bunch more branches and keep on adding them. Definitely one of those trust the process things, because while you're doing it, it looks kind of crazy. Like when I first put the first couple branches up there, I'm like, it looks like a squid. It looks like a squid attacking their room. But I think it'll come together. At least I hope so. And if not, I'm not gonna post this video. So some of you might be thinking, why? That's a very, ooh, what are my bangs doing? That's a good question. One time I watched a video that said that eventually one day your kid is going to be sitting across the table on a date and they're going to talk about their childhood. And I want my kids to be able to say like, oh, mom always went above and beyond. Mom always wanted us to feel the magic of childhood. And there's a fly and it's driving me crazy. This is Guinevere. Say hi.
Hi.
Are you excited about the tree in your room?
Yes. What can we do?
I've got 2 more branches on this tree.
Some flowers. Dip, dip, dip. Look at your hair.
Oh.
Like and share and subscribe. If you like the bow on my pretty princess dress.
All right, so this is how we're looking. I got almost all of the branches done. I got one more little one. But again, it looks kind of like an octopus right now. Does it look like an octopus, Gwen?
No.
No? What does it look like?
Tree branches.
And now is for the fun part. We get to start adding the leaves and the flowers. Okay, so here's the flowers I got. These are from Michael's. They're normally $16.99, but they were on the spring and summer sale, and I think they were like 60% off. So we got a few bundles of those. You wouldn't think fake flowers would be so expensive, but they are. I know this looks like a lot, but it's not gonna go as far as you think, I don't think. So I've got lobby. We got some white to throw in there. I don't love this greenery that's on here, but any greenery I think on this is gonna be good greenery. So I might leave it. But I'm gonna separate each one of these to add in there. This has quite a few different stems of flowers, so this is just one bundle. This is normally $35.99, and their floral was 40% off, so got it on sale too. All on sale. So cool. I just got one because I figured each one of these is pretty long, so I can cut it different sections to make different lengths, and this should give me quite a few little danglies. How's it look? I can't tell. I'm not attaching it with anything. I'm just using this to kind of shove through the paper. I think that that's gonna work okay. I do have little zip ties, I guess, if they do seem like they're not gonna stay put, but I think this is gonna be okay. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, but I think I'm gonna try to do like at least one piece of greenery on each branch, and then at least one of each flower, and then just kind of keep adding that way. I just don't want it to look too planned or uniform. Like, I want it to look pretty random. Like it just naturally grew in our magical forest. Add some pink flowers and see what I like. I'm gonna try and cut these as low to the bottom as possible. Again, so I have a little bit of room to stick them into the paper, but also I want to keep as much greenery on them as possible. Okay, that was one bundle with the greenery. I like it so far. Although I think I'm gonna take a little break now because I need to do the other tree. I don't want to get too involved with putting the flowers up here until I've got the other tree done, so that I don't use up all my flowers for here. You want to show them our tree so far?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, so here's the tree so far.